Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the GCVs, the Galactic Family, and Drew Nation. All right, you here, we out here in nature. Let's get right to it. All right. Narcissists will expect the worst of you as a form of manipulation to hold you to their lower standards of you. Don't allow it. All right. Narcissists will expect the worst of you as a form of manipulation to hold you to lower standards of you. Don't allow it. All right. They want to hold you to lower standards. Don't allow narcissists to hold you to a lower standard. Have you ever had somebody that it's like no matter how hard you try, no matter how positive you try to keep it, no matter how positive you try to make it, it's like they keep trying to hold you to a lower standard. And it's like no matter what you do, they're always assuming the worst from you. No matter how hard you try, no matter how good you do, they're constantly assuming that you're not doing right. It's a form of manipulation. It's to wear you out. It's to weigh you down. It's to lower your morale about yourself. It's to make you feel bad about yourself. It's to make you hate yourself. All right. There are people that, primarily narcissists, that they see you trying and they see you want to do better. They see you doing good. They see you putting your best foot forward. But because they're in competition with you, what they're going to do is they're not going to acknowledge it. They're not going to acknowledge the fact that you're doing better. They're not going to acknowledge the fact that, I like the way those birds blend in. They're not going to acknowledge the fact that you're doing your best that you possibly could do. They're not going to acknowledge that. They want to keep the idea of you being a bum. They rather keep the idea of you being a loser. They rather keep the idea, I'm fighting back, baby. We out here in nature. Sometimes you get what you want. Sometimes you get what you don't want. But you gotta swat to live another day. All right. These narcissists will make you feel like you're one of the worst people in the world when they know you're trying. They know you're doing the best that you can. And nothing is going to be good enough for these people. Nothing is going to be good enough for these people. No matter how hard you try, they want to stop you now. All right, no matter how hard you try, they want to stop you. They don't want you to try. They don't want you to feel good about yourself because you have a motivated spirit. They don't want you to feel good about yourself because you don't want to do the bare minimum. You want to kick it up a notch. You're constantly trying to advance yourself. You're constantly trying to do better. And that hurts a lot of people because it's like, yo, will she stop? Okay, Miss Do Good. Okay, Miss Meet the Mark. Okay, Miss Achiever. Okay, Miss Overdoer. Like all your, because they don't want to do nothing. The fact that you want to be something, they feel that you're ODing. They feel that you're overdoing it just because you want to be something. Not everybody just wants to do nothing. Not everybody wants the same stuff. And it's like people are in competition with you. So in their mind, it's like you're not going to, in their mind, it's like, I'm not uplifting the opposing team. It's like it's like they see you as the opposing team. And it hurts because it's like, yo, you're low key taking a dump on me and trying to make me feel bad about myself because you're in competition with me. So as much as you're trying to say you're for me, as much as you're trying to say that we're on the same team, as much as you're trying to say you're here for me and you're a part of what I'm doing and you support what I'm doing, you really don't. You really don't support what I'm doing. You're really low key against me and you want me to lose. That's the vibes that I'm getting from you. You really want me to lose. You don't want me to win, because if you did, you would acknowledge what I'm doing. You would acknowledge the good things that I'm doing. You wouldn't constantly hit me with negative. They constantly want to hit you with negative because that's really what they wish for you. And whether they know it or not, that's what they're communicating to you psychologically. It's like, yo, I'm doing the best I can. It's like, if you fail and things don't work out, don't call me. Like, yo, you know I'm only out here doing my best. Why would you even speak that negative on me? Why would you speak that evil on me? Why would you even say that? It's because that's what they really want for you. They want to live in a reality to where you meet their expectations and you meet their standards, no matter how low they try to set them for you. And that's why I made that video the other day. You're supposed to be setting yourself to a higher standard, because somewhere along the line, you may have had somebody who tried to beat it into your mind that you wasn't nothing. Somebody tried to beat it into your mind that you weren't nothing. When in reality, all reality, you are something. You're something great. You're something special. You're something magnificent. But they want you to think that you're nothing. They want you to think that you can't be nothing. You can't do nothing. You can't have nothing. That's what they want you to think. They want you to think that nothing is going to work out for you. And that's the reality that they want you to live in. They are trying to, just like you're trying to create a reality to where you believe in yourself and you're positive and you're motivated. They hate that version of you. They wish it didn't exist. They want to kill it any chance they get, because it makes them feel bad about themselves. It makes them feel like they're not doing enough. So that's why they're trying to make you feel like you're not doing enough. And some of us have believed it. Some of us have lived in it. Some of us have impregnated our mind and programmed our mind with a version of ourselves that we didn't want, and that wasn't us. That's why some of us were depressed. That's why some of us actually wanted to kill ourselves. You're 15, 14, 16 with thoughts of depression and suicide, and ain't nobody trying to hear you out. You ain't depressed. Shut up. What you got to be depressed about? Be quiet. All the while, you're really dealing with this. You're really feeling this. And you carried it later in life to the point to where you had, it took you on your self-care journey. It took you on your self-love journey. It took you on your self-improvement journey, because you obviously want to live life. So you had to figure out why you were depressed. You had to figure out why you wanted to, you felt like you had thoughts of suicide and stuff like that, and why you didn't feel that you were worthy enough to live life and have friends and have significant others and have success and have money and have a home and a car and a house and all these things. Some people didn't want you to think that you were worthy of it. And it's like, how is it that deep? Because it stems from confidence. A person that's confident, it feels like they can accomplish things. A person that's confident feels like they could take on certain things. When they feel like they're going to give up, they have that confidence to keep going, instead of feeling like, oh, well, I tried. It's not meant for me. I can't have it. I'm not going to do good. I'm not good enough. I don't deserve it. Why even try? Like, we've all been there. Like, me personally, I had to work my way out of that and away from that, because I knew that mindset was the devil. I knew that mindset was the devil. I knew I was better than that. I had too much God in me. I had too much God in me. I had too much God in me to believe them negative thoughts, to where I didn't feel like I should be alive, or I didn't feel like I could have this, or I don't feel like I can have that. I had too much God in me for that. I knew what I could have. And that's the thing. These people see that anointing on you. They see that grace. They see God's grace on you. They see that love on you. They see that health on you. They see that self-love on you. And the thing is, they don't have it. They don't know what that's about. So they have to destroy it in you, because they're around you and you're driving them crazy. That's why they have to make you feel crazy and gaslight you and make you feel bad about yourself, because they saw things in you that they didn't see in themselves, and they didn't like it. They had to destroy it in you because it was making them feel bad. So-and-so's making me feel bad about myself. So what did they do? They projected. They had to make you feel bad about yourself. They had to make you feel bad about yourself. They had to make you feel worthless. They had to make you feel low, because once they got you there, once they got you vibrating on that frequency, they could go, ah, nice day we're having, isn't it? That's when people can hit you with the fake niceness. That's when people are able to smile in your face and be happy with you, because they still want to take your place. They're smiling in your face because they want to take your place. And since they can't take your place, what are they going to do? Backstab you and betray you and make you feel bad about who you are. And the little bit of joy that you even got out of life, every time they would see it or sense it, they had to kill it, because it didn't fit their narrative for life. It didn't fit their narrative for you. It didn't fit their narrative of you being around them. If I have to be around you, you're not going to be happy. because I'm not happy. If I got to be around you, you being happy makes me unhappy. So I got to kill it. I got to destroy it. I got to make it not exist. So sorry, you're going to have to feel bad about yourself because I got to uplift me. I care about me. My ego says I got to destroy you so that way I can feel better about myself. So that's what it is. It is what it is. That's what it's going to be then, huh? No. God said no. That's not what it's going to be. It's not going to be us being destroyed at the hand of other people just so they can feel contempt. No. No, no, no. Misery breeds contempt. And these people are miserable. And they're lying. They're lying to themselves. And they're going to lie to you. They're not happy. They're unhappy. And anything happy, anything with a little glimpse or shimmer of hope, they gotta put the fire out. They got to destroy it. They got to kill it and make it non-existent. Because it's too good. It's too good. The energy is too good. Your energy is too good. They can't stand it. Since they can't stand it, they had to make you take a sit down. Since they couldn't stand it, they had to make you take a sit down. And this is why they're always constantly trying to make you feel like you're doing your worst. They're always and it's like they're trying to paint a picture in your mind that you ain't nothing. And these people know, this is how wicked it is. They know how high you hold them in your mind. They know the height and they know that the esteem that you have for them in your mind. You hold them to a high esteem in your mind, and they know that. They know that you hold them to a high esteem. They know that you hold them to a high reverence. They know that you were taking their word for God because that's what they manipulated you and controlled you to do. They controlled you and made you feel that you couldn't live your life without their validation. They controlled you and made you feel that you couldn't live your life without their confirmation, without their affirmation, without their representation. You couldn't live your life without their okay. Is it okay for me to be happy? Yeah, sure, be happy. Is it okay for me to feel good? We sick, boss? We feel good today? Walking on eggshells. Crunch, crunch. Nope. Not no more. They're going to have the only eggshells that is going to be is on the floor because they got egg on their face. After thinking that they could put us down and make us not feel good about ourselves and what we do with our life. Because that's jacked up, man. You gotta treat somebody else bad just so you can feel better about yourself. You gotta constantly take shots at somebody just because your little poor old ego is broken because somebody wants to be better. And somebody wanting to be better hurts you because you're in competition with them. Somebody being better than themselves and you in their mind mean you being better than yourself in your mind means you being better than them. You being better than the picture that they tried to paint for you in your mind means that you defeated them in a way because this is the construct that they set up for you in your mind. This is how they wanted you to feel. Once you overcome that and once you defeat that, once you get over that, once you get around that, that's when the real insults come. That's when the real put downs come because they can't take no shorts at that point because you're waking up. That's when they get real mean and nasty. That's when you start getting sick around these people energetically. And that's when you have to just say, you know what? I'm out of here. I can't stand these people no more. I tried to love you. I tried to love you, man. I tried to be a part of certain groups and I tried to be around certain people, but it's just not working because I'm not going to make you feel, I'm not going to allow you to make me hate myself because you hate you and you don't want to work on you. That's your problem. That's your fault. It ain't mine. I'm never going to make that my fault. And I'm never going to make that my problem because you hate yourself and you feel bad about yourself. I'm not going to make that my problem. It's not my problem. It's your problem. You feel bad about yourself. Your problem, not mine. It's not my fault that you hate your life. It's your fault. Some of these people hated themselves and they hated their life before we even got here. And they took that out on us. Some of these people hated themselves and they hated their life before we even got here. And they said, you know what? I'm going to take this pure, innocent soul and make that your problem. That's why you hated yourself. That's why you didn't feel like that you deserved to live. Because you had people attacking you constantly. Every little move you make, attack, 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 attack. Nothing you did was good enough for these people. And it never will be. So you might as well cut them off and say, I tried. You know what? I'm letting go. I'm letting God. I'm just going to let bygones be bygones. And I'm going to go about my day and live my life because I'm going to be happy. And I'm going to be successful too. And I'm going to sprinkle some money and some joy and some love and some God on top of that. And some prosperity. A lot of people have made their issues your issue out of self-hate because they hate themselves and they saw you not hating yourself and they didn't want to be alone in their self-hatred. For whatever reason why they feel bad about themselves, whatever reason why they hate themselves, whatever reason why they don't like themselves, they try to make that your fault and your problem. In competition with you and all that. But you can't, what you need to realize is somebody that hates themselves could never be in competition with you because you got self-love. Somebody that hates themselves could never be in competition with you because you got self-love. A person that hates themselves could never be in competition with me because I love myself. I'll work on myself. Whatever's wrong, I'll fix it. Whatever I don't like, I'll change it. Whatever's not right, I'll make it right. I'm not going to take that out on another person. I'm not going to make somebody else suffer because I'm suffering. And then whatever problems you have as a result of that, they really going on that. Well, you know you're not good at that. Well, you know you're this. You know you got anger problems. You know you got mental issues. You know there's something wrong with your mind. I wonder why. I wonder why. Why do you think it's something wrong with me? Why do I got some things I need to work on? Why do I got some things I need to mentally fix? Why is it something? Do you see an error? It's because they see an error in themselves. That's why. They see something wrong with themselves. That's why. And they want to take it out on you in every sense of the word. And it's not your fault. It's theirs. It's not your baggage. It's theirs. They got to carry that. They've been carrying that before they even met you. These people had these problems before you, and they're going to have these problems after you too. And that's why they're mad at you, because you fixed yourself. You fixed your problems. You made yourself better. You said it stops here. Even if whether I'm a part of you or not, it stops here because I'm not dealing with this. I thought you was cool. I thought we could be a group. I thought we could rock out together, but boy, was I mistaken. I was wrong. I don't want to be a part of this. I don't even want to know you anymore because of how you act and how you treat people, because you don't know how to treat people. Don't let people who don't know how to treat you dictate how you feel about yourself. Don't let people who don't know how to treat you make you dictate how you feel about yourself. Because you'll be just as jacked up as them and thinking that their problems are your problems when they're not. It's their problem. They got to deal with it. And then on top of that, they actually caused you problems that you had to work your way out of. You had to think your way out of. You had to read your way out of, study your way out of, research your way out of. And they still pointing the finger at you like it's all your fault. It's manipulation. They're trying to manipulate they're trying to manipulate your mind because they didn't take the time to work on themselves, which is your fault too. In their world. They want to hold you to the standard that they created for you, but they weren't smart enough to realize that you was going to trump them. You was going to outthink them. You was going to outsmart them. You was going to get over that. They didn't know that. You were going to get over that. God put them in your life to make you stronger. And once they realized that you got stronger than them and you were stronger than them and they weren't going to be able to affect you like they thought they would, that's when the real insults start coming in. That's when the real put down started coming in, because you were starting to realize who you were. So it was no holds bar at that point. It's like that's when you would be around people and you would be like, yo, this person this person who is who they are in my life just said that to me. This person that is supposed to be who they are in my life is coming at me like this. This person who's supposed to be who they are in my life is treating me like this. And then on top of that, when I call them out, they're saying that it's not happening. They're lying and saying that it doesn't exist. They're lying and saying that that's not what they did. They expect the worst from you because they expect the worst from themselves. They wanted a know nothing, do nothing, be nothing, have nothing buddy. But you didn't want to be their buddy on that level. You wanted to be their buddy on the level where they could accept you, and if they don't, oh well. If they can't accept you, the great you, if they can't accept the great you, that's because they hate you. And if you stay around them, you're going to turn into a fake you. They want to hold you to their standards. Don't allow it. Their standards of you is the worst version of you. You want to become your best version. They want you to be your worst version. And that's the person that's the only person of you that they'll accept. Because if you're a toxic individual like them, if you hate yourself like they hate themselves, that's the only way they will accept you. That's the only way you'll be able to be around them. Misery loves company. You probably even heard them say that more than once. That's devilish, man. And then they got the nerve to act like it's all your fault. Well, you know you can't do things right. I wonder why. You know you're not good enough. I wonder why. But newsflash, that's false. Those are false realities. Those are false thoughts. That's stinking thinking. And you got to get that out your mind. You're good enough. You're worth it. You can have it. You can be it. You can do it. They're the only thing that was trying to get in your way. Even with them trying to get in your way, they never had the power to stop you. Never. They never had the power to stop you. Never. They tried. I'll give them a round of applause for trying. I'll clap for them for trying. They got all the right qualities in all the wrong areas. How you not gonna give up on trying to break somebody down, but you gonna give up on trying to build yourself up as a person? They won't give up when it comes to trying to break a person down, but they won't use that energy to build themselves up. That's wild. And they got the nerve to say that you're the crazy one. They got the nerve to say bad things about you. All the right energy for all the wrong reasons. All the right ambition and all the right ambition for all the wrong reasons. All the right ambition for all the wrong reasons. Trying to hold you to a lower standard just so they can feel better about themselves. That's sick. That's sick. Those people are sick. Just like I had to get better a few days ago. Those people need to get better. You need to take a break from them. Just like when you're sick and you got to take a break, God forbid, and you got to take a break and heal up. You got to take a break from them so you can heal up. Because you hang around people with germs, what happens? You get sick. You hang around people who are sick, even if it's mentally, guess what? It's going to rub off on you and you going to be sick. And then we are going to be sick, boss, God forbid. And you don't want that. You don't want to be sick, boss. You want to be healthy. And if they don't want to be healthy, they got to go. You cannot afford to have unhealthy, toxic people in your life. Even if you don't want to be successful, even if you're not into growth, even if you're not into self-improvement, just for the sake of sanity, you cannot have sick, toxic people in your life. It'll rub off on you and it'll destroy your mind. And you will end up in a crazy home. Because for some odd, weird reason, these people can at least hold themselves together with all their little bit of craziness that they got. Because they're living in a fake reality that they created for themselves. They said, you know what? I'm going to create a fake reality and I'm going to live in it where I'm right about everything and I'm wrong about nothing and can't nobody tell me otherwise. And if that's the reality that they want to live in, cool. We're just not going to be a part of it because that's insanity. And if they want to be crazy, they got to go be crazy on their own, away from you. Even if you got to be the one that leaves. Even if you got to never go back. And that's a hard, tough pill to swallow, but you got to accept that. You got to accept that. You may never be able to go back to certain people. because they don't want to heal. They don't want to fix themselves. And that's not your fault. It's not your problem. I want to thank everybody for watching this video. It's been another DruTube special. Shout out to the chosen vessels. Everybody, routine maintenance. Hit that like, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. DruTube out.